Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Awakening. Alright folks, we have a few more darkspawn to clear, and we are about to embark on the final battle. So, just in the last video, we breached through the Dragon Boat base. We met the Architect for the first, basically the first and final time. I was happy to kill him, and I have no regrets in killing him. I will make a video at some point thoroughly explaining why I did kill him. It's good to finally be able to finish one of my projects. I have not finished many of those. I do promise that starting at least tomorrow, I will start finishing my videos. I'll get on Metro Last Light, and then once that's almost done, I'll start on I'll restart Mass Effect 2 again. Well, not restart it, just get back from where I left off. Is what I mean. I feel if I just take both the LPs one at a time, you know, I don't know what else I'm gonna LP after this. So I want to do Dragon Age 2, but the two ideas I also got floating around are Witcher 2. And I think I've learned at this point that I should probably just stick to 2 at a time. I can manage that. I can't manage like 3 or 4 at a time. That's kind of ridiculous. So I'll just stick to 2 videos at a time. It's kind of weird that the first one I started ended up being the 3. Actually, no. I mean, I started Mass Effect 2 before I started this one, but I didn't start Metro Last Light before I started this one. So, I mean, yeah. Okay. No, that's not as good as what we have. Alright. Let's go. Final tower. No, there are not. Considering we're in the lair. You do that, Amos. Fuck you, don't try it. Alright. Honestly, I don't know. It doesn't really matter if anything Mass Effect 2 right now. I don't really get many people watching that. I think there's only 2 of them though, but that's about it. Honestly, I think I record videos more than most people do anyways. I'm not sure, but I might be getting involved in a Minecraft review that's not on my channel. If it is, I'll certainly post the videos somewhere. Watch those. Like, just a couple of videos. Hey, you wanna do a Minecraft let's play? Yes. He has a few more subscribers than me, but his channel's a lot different. It's kind of funny. We're not even, I'd say. We've been in a lot longer than I have. I've been in less than a year. I think I can pretty well for myself. I still don't really have what I'd call a community yet, but I mean that's really my goal. If anyone's gonna ask me my goal on YouTube, it would just be to just get about about 800 subscribers. That's a final goal. About 800, maybe 1,000 subs, and just have a good community going. I got it, Nick. You know, I don't want to make a viral video or anything. I just want to have a community, and they tell me, hey, you should LP this game or whatever. But really, I only have like 5 people who ever comment on videos. That's really what I want, just to make a community. Like I honestly don't care about making income for this. I don't really get the purpose of making videos and just trying to earn money on them. I'm just trying to, you know, build up a community. I make the PMVs because it's fun. I make the LPs because it's a good hobby, and you know, I'd kind of want a community to form around me. That'd be just fucking awesome. You know, I might have my own website, and okay, sorry, I had to save real quickly. I just skipped through that because saving took a little while.
If it isn't the hero of the hour.
Oh, hello.
The slayer of the mighty father, come to claim a reward.
The architect.
Oh, what a delicious day.
That's a lot of nipples.
They just get bigger and uglier, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
What is
They don't get littler.
Has the Grey Warden come now to slay the mother too? Will she join the father in oblivion?
It depends. I want some answers.
I bet you are brave. Once, beautiful music sang to us from the deep.
Oh, really?
Called us near. We would search for that voice. But the father, he was flawed. He heard only a twisted shadow of it. He hated what it did to us.
I mean, he's obviously flawed.
He said he wanted to
Not for that
free
reason,
us.
but he's definitely flawed.
All he brought us was silence. Dreadful silence.
It's just another
But now
thing. The
the father
Darkspawn
is
really
gone.
don't like being free.
The mother can take her children deep
And also
into the
they go
earth
insane.
and care for them, safe and sound.
Like, you don't think there will be another mother
Then
in
the
his whole
silence
freeing of
ends
people?
here. Perhaps we will hear the song again when we die. Oh, let it come. Let it come.
Ah! Fuck. Alright, let's kill her. Alright, and we have these towers. Oh! No, balls. Burns. Burns. I think my only hope is that we're killing them as much as they're killing us. Oh, it didn't do, like, crap to her. Shit. This ancient inventive technology didn't do crap to him. That's not good. What else do we have? Where'd you this? Jeez. Oh great, this is not very fair. I mean, it's like 1,000 to 1 here. She's got all those grubs and everything. Shit. Oh, at least we have our magical Twinter Towers. Come on. These Twinter Towers suck. They caused them for literally about like 3 seconds. This sucks.
time to get messy?
Hold off on the restoration one, at least. Oh my god. Okay. Blood magic everywhere. Use my lightning attacks. Seriously, why are these giant tentacles invincible? Alright, well, let's drink another stamina potion. Or first stamina potion so we can do some more. Wow, we have not damaged her at all. I mean, I think all we really damaged was her, oh, how many of these things are there? Dear God. Well, and we don't have any towers anymore, so that kinda sucks. I missed our towers. Oh yeah, if you're ordering the one that started at 0, if you start with the architect, the only thing he really does is at that point he summons an infernal storm. If I remember correctly. It doesn't really do much. It's really useless. It's a really useless person. It doesn't really help us. It just wants to. Oh god, Ogren. Shit. Oh, you drink a master learning potion. Potent. Whatever. Drink it. Your learning potion. Good for you. Alive, Ogren. Yay, he's alive. Freeze you, bitch.
Ready to dispense the herd.
Good, because we have a lot of herds. Nice catch. Oh god, this is the one thing I really don't like, is she can use this thing to spawn unity, because apparently she's magic. Because all the awakened darkspawn have like really powerful magic. So she can do that like seal thing that drains all my mana. It's really stupid. Well, it looks like you're alone now, so you're kind of fucked at this point. So, I mean, you know, let's finish her off. Oh god, she's eating Ogren. Puking on her. When she has powerful magic, clearly the best course of action is just to puke on somebody. She can't formulate cognitive words, but she can cast powerful spells, and she's almost equal mage to Talon. I mean, there's no equal to Talon, but still. She's a very powerful mage. Attack and kick her ass. Potent. Fuck. Ogren is dying. God. What did I just take that much damage from? I mean, Talon has high constitution now, because Donner's Sentinel I equipped with a bunch of runes, so I don't really get how he's doing that. We're gonna have a master learning potion. Ow! Freeze, bitch! Oh, come on. There's lightning on you. Yeah! Lightning! Oh my god. Did we do it? Yeah! Oh god, she's spazzing out. Yes, everybody back away from her. She's throwing a temper tantrum. Whoa. We went Emperor Palpatine on her and she went Inferno. That's how powerful of a mage Talon is. He can burn people with lightning. And so it is finished. Nope, it's finished down. He's burning. The rest of the Darkspawn will have grilled Broodmother for tonight. And the Darkspawn Horde ends. After the death of both the Architect and the Mother, nearly all remaining Darkspawn fell back into the Deep Roads. The raids of Amaranthine came to an abrupt end. Although some of the Architect's disciples likely escaped in the Deep Roads with the rest of their brethren, they have, so far, shown no inclination towards vengeance against the Grey Wardens. Yet the Deep Roads remain plagued by the Darkspawn, and it seems certain that in time another blight will begin. The dangers have passed for now, but the cycle of old gods continues. Well, there's only 2 left. Word of the Grey Warden's salvation of Amaranthine spread like wildfire. When the magnitude of the losses of Vigil's Keep came to light, sympathy drove donations from all over Ferelden into the region's coffers. Everything was stored in a year in Vigil's Keep 5. Because the Warden's support of law and order, we gave the people a bunch of smuggled goods. Because we did that quest. The Darkspawn messenger, set free after the joining the Grey Wardens in battle, the Amaranthine stuck out his own. The city soon buzzed with stories of a cloaked but lisping figure who aided travelers. Also, Darkspawn disease spread. The Arling's peasants suffered greatly during the war, and suffered yet worse in the years that followed. Success of the first riot at Vigil's Keep embroiled them. Damn it, I can't read this. Although the Although the war devastated many farms, the Arling agreed the loss would have been greater if not for the soldiers' protection. The Vigil's Keep stood alone against a horde of Darkspawn. The most forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over. But the sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil's soldiers, clad in silver, had each felled a dozen Darkspawn before they died. The Vigil held one night, then two, then a week, and eventually the attacking horde broke upon her walls. The keep developed an almost mythic reputation. Peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon, the Vigil's Keep bore a capable army with the Wardens at its core. From their ranks emerged new heroes to challenge the threats to Amaranthine and all for Elden. Though the taxes and levies the Vigil was built. Years later, Voldrik Lavnok stood on the battlements and pronounced that the defenses were acceptable. He would never speak higher of human engineering. Dark whispers of conspiracy against the Wardens fell silent after the rush. Accidents and disappearance culminated in the appearance of suicide of Ban Esmeralda. Nobles of Amaranthine remained dutiful. Some even said they were cowed into submission. Soon after, the many legends of the Vigils soon was one of the great heroes of the next age, a sheepherder turned soldier by the name of Sir Alec the Valiant, who killed a bunch of Darkspawn or something. Commander's blade Vigilance, crafted from the bones of an ancient dragon, was boldly stolen by the Antivan crows. The blade turns hands many times over, and some say its power is steadily growing. Well then. Vigil Solar, wearing distinctive silver armor that Master Wade crafted, came to be known as the Vigil Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Wardens, the Silver Order developed an almost to one of Frauen's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. With Elena and the Architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. The massacre and I can't read this. The human kidnapped a Dalish child, and the Khans reacted by, killing a few humans. A few years after Kaiharar was emptied of Darkspawn, Orzammar had been sending expeditions. Eventually, House Hemley decided that Kaiharar was too important to be abandoned. At a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading Kaiharar of all Darkspawn, making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe again. Kaiharar was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. As promised, Voldrik Dorkin presented the Orzammar Shapewrath, the stone that told of how Kaiharar's castles had been taking up arms against the Darkspawn. The commander of the Grey was invited to Orzammar as a guest of honor at the feast of commemorating the defenders of Kaiharar. The Shaper read the names of all the castles of the marker, and then they had a ceremony making them all warriors. Black Marsh stopped being haunted, and I'm just going through all this, I don't feel like reading it. And then in time, it started, but Guy bought the house or whatever and kind of restored it. But eventually, he kind of committed suicide and whatnot. Okay. Anders remained with the Grey Wardens for a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages. But when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the Commander of Grey that his time of Wardens was over. And yet, not 2 months later, Anders returned to the Order. Ever after the Wardens were his home, his lasting companions. Aww. When the walls of Vigil's Keep breached, the surviving defenders watched in horror as a second stone collapsed upon Valana. When it cleared, however, there was no body. Valana was just gone. Oh damn. Well, over the next years, Nathaniel decided himself the Order including the blemishes of family. After saving Terran Fergus Cleveland, Nathaniel passed the holding to Delilah's son, and when a new castle was finally built there, a statue of Nathaniel was erected in the valley. Justice fought valiantly at the Battle of the Vigil's Keep. Before the victory sounded, Darkspawn's sword removed Kristoff's head. It was unclear whether the spirit just passed or wherever departed, but Kristoff's wife got a body to mourn. Sigrun led the final charge when Vigil's Keep was attacked. Once she had held the army behind her, and once again they fought Darkspawn with no hope of surviving. This time she did not retreat, so she's dead. Ogren continued to replace young Warden recruits of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted one recruit. At the Warden Commander's urging, Ogren took a more active role in the child's life. He visited Felsi often and wrote letter with which the Warden Commander graciously proofread nearly every week. Aww. And as for the Savior Front, he did not remain with the Commander of Grey for long. Darkspawn were no longer a real concern. The blight well and truly over. It was time for him to move on. Some claim that the commander reunited with the red-haired bard known as Liliana. Aw. They were seen in dinner room together, but the commander of Grey never did return to the vigil. Year after the blight ends, no matter the truth. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry about this. This is some kind of weird glitch. I'm just skip through this. And so yeah. There you have it, folks. That was the end game. I'd just like to thank everybody for playing with me. It was just great to relive this story again. It was unfortunate that about half our team, half our warden recruits died, but it seems to me that after this we had a huge flock of warden recruits. Argrin got to be with his family, Anders stayed with the wardens because we were lasting companions. Nathaniel redeemed his family, and his son became commander of the Grey. Velena just kind of disappeared. She's not dead, she just disappeared. Justice is just gone, and Sigrun is gone, unfortunately. I mean, just my thoughts about this game. It was obviously rushed, but all in all, it was just great. I mean, story itself was good if it stuck with it. I mean, it was just cleaning up the Darkspawn. They made a great story out of it. We just did some new locations, great new characters, great new locations. Few new enemies, though a lot of the enemies were just kind of like different, like textures or whatever of old enemies that we fought. But there were still a few new enemies to be fought here. Definitely new bosses. That was cool. One of my only problems I had really was it was fairly easy. Like the only bosses I would say were like really challenging was the Mother and the Spectral Dragon. That was about it. Like, I mean, this was not a very hard game. I mean, considering it was a great expansion though. You know, it increased the level cap. Yeah, new specializations were pretty cool. They were trying to show off the specializations being DA2. I haven't decided what I'm gonna play in Dragon Age 2 yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go for Rogue. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna play as a man or a woman because I mean I'm not a fan of either of the voice actors really in Dragon Age 2, the main character anyway. But I'll play it still. But just to make some comparison between this game and Dragon Age 2, I mean, actually, wait, before I do that, I just want to give a summary about this game in general. I mean, just Talon, this was the story of Talon, the elf mage who was born and raised only in the tower and then was called upon to do his duty and defend the people of Ferelden. And he accomplished that. He defeated the Blight. He killed the Archdemon. And he lived to tell about it. He developed a few vices along the way, but I mean, you have to figure, I mean, he lived a sheltered life and then he just got witness to all this evil. I mean, you gotta figure he'd pick up some evil traits. I mean, he was a blood mage, but he was valiant. He used blood magic to save others. He realized that blood magic would increase his powers more, and I don't think I ever really explained that. But I mean, that's part of the reason why I went with it. It's just we needed the power. I mean, it was also part because I was playing a nightmare, and blood magic was indeed a bit OP. Which I apologize. I will definitely be a lot less OP in Dragon Age 2. I'm considering doing that on Nightmare. And in Awakening, this was a good way of ending it. I mean, we ended on a high note. We defeated the final factions of Darkspawn. They're gone now. And Talon, after helping his companions and staying with them for a while, saying his goodbyes, he left with his love, Liliana, and went on to go do some adventures. And that's a good note to high end. I wish we could see some of Talon's adventures, but I mean, you know, I could do the 2 DLCs I have, which are the Golems of Angarok, but I don't really see much point in that. It'd just be a side note in what the great Talon has already done. The only one I would honestly think about doing, plus Angarok was pretty lame, I'm not gonna lie. The only one I could think about doing is Witch Hunt, but that's just a good preload, kind of, to Dragon Age 2. But I mean, there's not much you need to know. The only real plot line that's kind of important is is the Illuvion, but that's kind of more just a side thing. DA2, and we'll understand what the Illuvion does. And if the game doesn't explain it well enough, then I will certainly explain it for you. But just a comparison from this game to Dragon Age 2, it's just this was the story of a great hero who came from, well, most likely less than respectable origins, but it was his whole story, you know, basically beginning to end. The story of his greatness. I mean, we didn't learn about the rise of the Warden Commander and Hero Ferelden. In Dragon Age 2, it just, like, this story intertwines with each other, but Dragon Age 2, it has like 3 acts pretty much, and none of the acts have anything really to do with each other other than Hawke did them. I mean, the first act is a story about him starting from a refugee and just trying to make it in. I mean, the only reason he really survived is that he's a skilled refugee and he was in the right place at the right time. That's about it. And, you know, second act is, you know, he's made a mark in his city, and now he just has to, you know, go deal with some petty politics. There's a huge, like, there's some huge tension in the city, which has nothing to do with what the first act was. And the third act is just like a huge thing, you know, Mage versus Templars, which has nothing to do with the first two. And it's only because Hawke was in that right... It's just the whole thing, is Hawke just seems to be in the right place at the right time, which is why he's doing all this. Like, he's not even choosing to do it, he's just being told to do it, and he just decides to do it for whatever reason. And in this game, you know, your intentions are clear. You're not glossing over anything. You never really do gloss over, and you just stick to it. So, oh no, I like this game. I mean, it was clearly rushed. I like Awakening. It was clearly rushed, but other than that, it was good. My only real complaint was the whole thing about at the end, why did it throw in, you know, helping the Darkspawn regaining their senses. But other than that, it was good. Not many moral choices too. That'd be my other complaint. But I'd like to thank you all for playing with me. I think this has been probably the most fun LP I've done, because I like to consider Origins and Awakening as just one, really. Different playlists, but still one game. You know, one character. This has definitely been my most rewarding LP. So, thanks for playing with me, guys. No cool song this time. You know, last time we had This Is War. This time we just kind of have this song over and over. You know, I always thought the credits go in game because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube, and I feel that these guys do deserve some credit. Whew. Well, I suppose this is about it. All we need to learn about now is EA Canada. So, one last time, as always, thank you very much for watching. And tune into the next LP I do, folks. Thanks for watching, guys.